Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Somewhere in downtown Peyia. We're in the, well, rear end back streets, but slowly but surely we're going to join the main drag that takes us straight down towards the Coral Bay area and of course joins the main road from Peyia to Paphos. So sit back and relax. Have a slurp on that frappe, have a tonk on that Romeo and Juliet cigar, and of course adjust your flip-flops because we're going to have a nice sedately drive straight to Paphos. And thanks for joining Mr. Paul on his breakfast morning drive. Here we are, downtown Peyia. This is the main road and it's going to take us straight to Coral Bay. Like I've said, you've got the Pesto or Presto, I don't know how you say it, but it's quite a good kiosk mini market. If you want a bottle of wine, if you want a, I don't know, a blow up doll, for example, to go into the blue Mediterranean Sea, that could be, that's special, a little shop for you when it's not that little. It's quite a big place, like Aladdin's Cave when you go in there. It's got a coffee shop, they make sandwiches, you can buy bottles of wine, cigars, all the food you could possibly want. To be honest, if you're here on holiday, it's probably a great little place for you to go if your apartment or your house is in and around that area. Now, feast your eyes out yonder because there's something in the sky that's looking very blue indeed. And as we come over this crest, I think you're going to get a view of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And there it is, in all of its glory. And on top of all of that, of course, Mr. Paul is dressed head to toe in blue. So all that's missing, guess what? It's you. Get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy. Because I tell you what, Cyprus, Paphos, Marika and me, the island of love, is waiting especially for you. Now, last night we had a fabulous evening, by the way. We were in the Pelican restaurant and we were joined by quite a few of our superstars came to say hello, and then one or two came and had a sit down. Of course, we had Princess Tracy. She's the dancing girl, the blonde beauty. She joined us. And of course, the girl in charge of the show, our day man, she joined us. And on top of that, two absolute superstars from all the way in downtown Cornwall came to join us. And that is Sir Martin, and of course, the lady in his life, who is a lady, and that is Lady Victoria. And we had a bit of a chin wag and we put the world to rights and we talked about Paphos and Cyprus, the good parts and the bad parts, and overall we concluded that Paphos was a truly great place indeed. All of those people I've just mentioned are booked already to come back again next year. And then towards the end of the evening, well, if you start to do the maths and count up, we had Princess Tracy, Lady Anne, and of course we had Lady Victoria, and of course Sir Martin, and of course Miss Otching received a booth, that's 5 people, and Mr. Paul, that's 6 people. So I decided that we'd all cram into the jag and we'd all get a lift home to the various hotels and apartment complexes. But of course it was a little bit cramped, even though it's a big car. So in the back we had, let me think, who was it? We had Dame Anne in the front because she's a very dignified lady, so she sat next to me and kept me company. And in the back we had Lady Victoria, Miss Otching received a booth, and of course Princess Tracy. And on top of that we had Sir Martin, and well, I think he thought he was in a rugby scrum or something like that, and his hands apparently were absolutely everywhere. But I think everyone enjoyed it. So if you want to come and see us, don't forget to come to the Pelican restaurant in the downtown gate of Paphos Harbour. As the nights draw in, obviously we'll get earlier as we get there, but roughly from around about 7:30 to 8 o'clock you'll find us there, and we're there until they chuck us out, quite literally, at about 11 to 11:30. Now, we've joined the main road from Peyia to Paphos very soon. We're going to be hitting literally Kissonaga, and coming up at the end of this road will be the CU Beach Bar. Very popular beach bar indeed. Its name gives it away. Obviously it sits on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Views to die for. On top of that, they make great food and they serve some great cocktails, coffees, soft drinks, or alcoholic drinks, whatever your tipple is, they've got it there waiting especially for you. And I understand that it's a favourite place of a lot of people, but there's one guy in particular, and of course his name is Sir Daniel, and he does like that place very much indeed. He took his daughters there last year, and I believe in the future he's looking forward to taking that special girl in his life, and she's the girl that's always right good morning to you, Lady Sherry Wright. So you're going to get a great view when you arrive in Paphos, that's for sure, and we hope that you guys are keeping very well indeed in downtown Portsmouth. So quite a diverse following now, shall we say. Lots of British people like to watch. Of course, the girl in charge of all of our legalities on the show, her name is Lady Anna, my superstar, and she's in downtown Krakow, and she is a lawyer, well, and beyond. She's actually a judge as well. And of course, her husband, Mr. Thomas, a very good morning to you. He's the greatest doctor in the world, and they happen to have a son who's a great friend of mine, and he is destined to be the greatest lawyer in the world, but of course only when his mother retires, because at the moment that mantle belongs to her. So don't forget that, Mr. Bart, and hopefully you passed your driving test, and now hopefully you're whizzing around in one or two of those Lexuses, and you never know, one of these days you might go and buy your dream car, which is a Mercedes, and I'm sure your dad is going to sort one out for you very soon indeed. Downtown Kosonaga, that was the CU Beach Bar on the right hand side. This is what we call the Kosonaga Crossroads. We're going to go straight and keep on going, but if you'd go left, you'd go up into the older part of the village of Kosonaga, and you can then wiggle and waggle around up to Berry's Villas and up to Tala, or you can go through Midtown Clorica and head into the older part of Paphos. But either way, you're going to end up in Paphos, so the choice is yours. And it's quite difficult to get lost in and around Paphos, because to be honest, it's not that big a place. And in general, there's always something blue on one side of you when you're driving around. And of course, that blue thing is called the blue Mediterranean Sea. Now, on the note of how is the channel funded, if you're curious to know, obviously YouTube doesn't pay that much money, but we do like to thank you guys, because now and again you do go through to the Buy Me a Coffee platform, totally safe, totally secure, as you know. So Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me, and what will happen is if you Google that, up will come our landing page. It gives you a bit of information about us, and of course it gives you the opportunity to, well, purchase a coffee virtually for Marika and myself. And of course we then go and liquidate your money and put it into benzene normally and pop it in the tank and continue to whiz around and make special videos for you. If you want a birthday shout out, if you want an anniversary mention, whatever it might be, you want me to call you a cat in, who knows, but one or two coffees and I promise you that video will be coming especially for you. You can also choose to become one of our superstar members at only €10 a month on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. So what you'll see is on the landing page, support, that's where you get to purchase a virtual coffee or two, or three, or four, or five. And the next door to that is join membership. So €10 a month goes automatically, obviously, and once it's done, and you become a superstar member. You get a special title. You can become Lord Julian, Lady Bridget, you can become Lady Rachel, Sir Jason. The list goes on, and of course there's a princess all the way over in Nantwich, and of course her name is Princess Megan, and we thank you very much indeed. And a big shout out to your mum, obviously that's Lady Jessica, your dad, that's Lord Simon, and of course your gangster of a brother, Gangster Max. A very good morning to you guys, and a great welcome to the superstar status on the channel. You're now that little bit closer to Marika and me, and we wish you a great day indeed. Some of the other princesses on the channel I'd like to say a good morning to. Princess Layla, all the way in downtown South Wales, a very good morning to you, and a big shout out to your dad, yes, Lord Lee, and of course to his blonde beauty, the smiling girl, the greatest restaurant manager in the world, Lady Vicky. A very good morning to you. There's some more princesses who like to watch now and again. Princess Kaylee, all the way in downtown South Wales. A very good shout out to you, and to your mum, Lady Anne-Marie, and of course to your dad, Sir Michael. And we can't forget your sister, Princess Tammy, and of course the man in her life, Sir Morgan. And of course they've got a little boy with blue eyes, and that is little Leo. So very good morning to you guys. And of course Princess Maggie, she's watching, and we know she's recovering very quickly, and we know that she's got the smile of an angel and the heart of a lion, and we're looking forward to seeing you again, my dear, next year, which is not that far away. And I promise you, we're going to go and do some special videos whizzing along the coastal pathways on our electric scooters, just to show you just how much off-roading that you will be able to do in that special wheelchair. And you never know, maybe you can give me a lift as we go around as well. We've also got Princess Dali. Yes, she's coming to Paphos very soon indeed. And of course, she's going to bring her mum and dad. That's my cousin King James, and of course his queen, Queen Karine. And we're looking forward to seeing you guys very soon indeed. We are in downtown Kisonaga, and we are now about to cross into downtown Clorica. St George Hotel is coming up at the St George Crossroads, and we've got the Lara. What is this hotel called? Let's check on the sign here. It's called the Leonardo Laura Beach and Splash Resort. That's there on the right hand side again. This is what's called the St George Crossroads. The reason for that is if you go right here, you would go straight into the main reception of the St George's Hotel. And well, one of these days we're going to storm that hotel again, but we tried it last week and unfortunately we were asked to leave. There you go. What can I say? One of these days the hotels will catch on, as people keep saying. Now, what's coming up? 24-hour kiosk there called Refresh, and it's a bit more than a kiosk, it's like a mini supermarket. And if you want some electricals, that's Premier Electrical on the left hand side. So if you want a TV, or I don't know, a Rampant Rabbit or an electric shaver, those kind of things, that could be that special place for you. Now, coming up right in front of us now is one of the little police vans. Look at that. It's taking pictures of people if they are speeding, if they've got no seat belts on, if they're talking on their mobile phones, they're getting zapped. And of course you'll get a bill in the post. So as I say to everyone, if you are in Paphos, the speed limit in general is around about 50 kilometers an hour. In English money, that's 30 miles an hour. So if you drive around at around about 60 to 65 kilometers an hour, which is what, 35-ish to 38 miles an hour, the police will not even bat an eyelid. That camera will not even flicker because it's not interested. You've got to go to 70 kilometers an hour to get a ticket. So the police are quite lax, shall we say. So to be honest, if you do get a speeding ticket in Cyprus, whether you're a local, a foreigner, an expat, or whatever you may be, you're obviously a bit of an idiot. And well, luckily for the police, they issue about 1,000 tickets a day in Paphos alone. So that tells you a lot. There's a lot of idiots driving around on the roads of Paphos, and of course I include myself in there as well. Although I do not speed, but I do like to go through a traffic light or two. Now, we've got the King I can't even say it, Eliathon, King Elephant Hotel. That's what it's called. That's on the right hand side. 5-star luxury hotel, sits on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea, and that could be that special hotel for you. Technically now we're in Paphos, although people will argue, I suppose we're still in Clorica, but very shortly we're going to come to that 50 kilometers an hour speed limit just in front of us, and on that sign it says Paphos. So that means we're in downtown Paphos, and we're about to converge onto the Tomb of the Kings Avenue. And lots of bars around here, by the way, restaurants, and lots of places for people to go out and eat and drink, and hire buggies and hire cars, gift shops, all those kind of things. And on top of that, there's 1 or 2 karaoke bars. You've got Alfie T's, that's a karaoke bar. You've got Thomas's Jungle, that's a karaoke bar. And in both of those bars, now and again, you will find the people called the Barn Hawks. That's Baron John and Baroness Louise. And they do like to have a bit of a sing-song. And I've got the video evidence. But to be honest, they're very good indeed. Absolute superstars. And one of their favourite artists is Deacon Blue. And if you watch them sing Deacon Blue, I'm telling you, you'll melt, because they are, well, almost as good, shall we say. Almost as good. And there's certainly a bounce in the step of the girl known as Baroness Louise. She does a great impersonation, and Baron John does as well. Now, we're stuck at traffic lights, Lady Andrea. What is going on? You're supposed to have a zapper that automatically switches the traffic lights to green, especially for me. I'm waiting. Come on, Andrea. I'm still waiting, Andrea. What are you doing? Are you doing the ironing? Is that what you're doing, perhaps? Doing the iron, or perhaps cooking a Sunday dinner? Or I know, going around a car show, sending pictures of old Rolls Royces. Now, I understand that Rolls Royce is very nice, but I want a new one. So when you win the lottery, don't forget, I want a Rolls Royce Phantom in black with dark blue leather interior and all the gizmos on it. Just tick every option on the list, because that's the car that Lady Anna, my lawyer, my superstar, has told me to get. So come on, Andrea, get lucky with your numbers on the lotto, and you never know, you might get a new ST, and I might get a brand new Rolls Royce Phantom, because that's what I want. There we are, downtown Paphos, on a truly spectacality of a day indeed. I think we'll get to the Paphos Mall roundabout. The name gives it away. It means the Paphos Mall will be somewhere around that roundabout, not in the middle of it, but it's going to be to the left of it. And I think we'll take a right and take you down to the Paphos Harbour, because everyone does like to get a view, don't they? Yes, straight out across into the abyss, across the blue Mediterranean Sea. So don't click off just yet. Ponder on, how many coffees you'd like to buy us. Would you like to become a superstar member? And while you're at it, you can also make a contribution to the channel on YouTube itself, where you've got the like, thumbs up. Doesn't cost you a penny, by the way. It just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen. You can also hit the subscribe button. Yes, that doesn't cost you a penny either. It just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, and perhaps they should recommend it to like-minded, clever people like yourselves. But if you scroll across, you've got shorts, you've got downloads, and you've got the thanks button. That's a heart-shaped button with a red dollar sign in the middle, and that's how you make a contribution via YouTube to the little channel known as Marika and me. I would like to thank some of the people that now and again feel sorry for us when our cars are dirty. If your name is Lady Ali, thank you very much indeed. Of course, Lord Derek Scully, thank you very much indeed. Our two partners in crime in downtown Cornwall, yes, who am I talking about? Well, I think it could be Sir Philip and Lady Sharon. Of course, they're coming to Paphos in May next year, which, to be honest, is not that far away, is it? And we'll be dancing the Chuchuchka down the downtown Cato Paphos promenade and into the harbour, and there will be butterflies flying absolutely everywhere, because Lady Sharon does like a butterfly or two. That was the theme of the wedding, and it's going to be a great time, and we'll have a special little butterfly waiting just for you. Andrea, what's going on? There's a man in an old Rolls Royce there. Look at that. That's a Rolls Royce, isn't it? From what, 1992, 1993. Looked like a really nice one. And everybody's having a great wafting around, isn't it? It's like going on a floating carpet. That's what they say, isn't it? So hopefully, when one of these days Andrea wins the lottery and Mart allows her to spend a couple of bob, I'll get a black Rolls Royce Phantom. Yeah, that's going to be nice. Stick with us. We're going to get to the Paphos Mall roundabout very soon. We're not stopping, Andrea, because there's no one there. Well, there was actually. He was in a blue t-shirt, but he wasn't raring to go. There we go. Hopefully the car behind me didn't run him over. No, he's all right. Right, let's get to the Paphos Mall roundabout. Let's take a right, and let's take you down to the Paphos Harbour, and let's get a great view out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. Big shout out to some of the people who like to watch the show now and again. There's two guys in downtown damp Cardiff, and they're coming to Paphos pretty soon, to be honest, and they're going to dance away in blonde wigs. We're going to have a bit of a chuckle and a laugh with these two guys. Superstars who we've known pretty much from the beginning of the channel. We met them last November. They're coming again this November, and they are a couple of pains, that's for sure. Two identical twins known as Double Trouble. And of course that must mean we're talking about Lord Jeremy and Lord Simon the Elder. There we are. They'll be here soon, and of course we're going to make one or two videos, and I've no doubt that they will feature in those videos, and you'll be having a good chuckle and a good laugh, that's for sure. Who else is coming to town? Well, around about the same time in November, we've got Lady, so sweet Caroline. She's coming to Paphos, and of course that must mean that Nigel, he's a Lord Nigel. All the big guns must be coming as well, and I've no doubt we'll be having some fun and some games in downtown Cape of Paphos, and I've no doubt that the watch shop, jewellery shop on the Cape of Paphos promenade will be having a good November, because he is known for buying a watch or two and a trinket or two for, of course, that sweetness in his life. Lady, oh, so sweet, Caroline. Looking forward to seeing you guys, and hopefully you had a great holiday in downtown Spain. We hope you did, and we hope the sun was shining, and we hope you got a nice suntan and chilled out and relaxed and all those kind of things. And a big shout out to one of our favourite girls in the world, and of course her name is Princess Ellie. Oh yeah, and hopefully you're still watching, Princess, and hopefully you're having a great day, and we wish you a great week, whether you're in school or not. Hopefully you like school. When I spoke to you, you said you liked school, so hopefully you're having a great time indeed. Paphos Harbour is coming up. What's this one doing? Not looking in the mirrors, obviously. There we are, doesn't matter, this is downtown Paphos. This is the little harbour roundabout. If you go to the left, you go to, well, you'd wiggly waggle your way around the rear of the promenade, you're parallel, if you understand me. You'll go past the Basilica Resort, you'll go past the Papa Antonio supermarket, and you'll actually come out by the T for 2 at the beginning of the promenade. That's where you will be. So what have we got coming up here? Here's Nicholas's shop, the Elise collection. If you want something special, you've got gift shops, you've got cafes, you've got shops selling Pandora jewellery, very much in fashion, isn't it? If you want to go in there and get some, well, love hearts and all those kind of things. But look at that. That's what it's all about, isn't it? There's a big cruise ship in the harbour, so probably the harbour will be very busy today, because obviously they ferry those people in and out. So there's a lot of people going to make a couple of bob today. Downtown Cape of Paphos Harbour on a truly spectacality of an evening and a day, or an afternoon indeed. Depends when you're watching it, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. A lot of big buses coming around, but I'm not going to let him go. We're going to try and beat him, because there's 2 or 3 more buses coming behind him. I'm going first, whether you're bigger than me or not. And now we'll go that a little bit slower, just to annoy you that little bit more. There we go, because you're not got the right of way. I have. There we are. There's a problem with bus drivers in Cyprus, by the way. There you go. Road rage in downtown Cape of Paphos. Paphos Harbour, and it's waiting especially for you. Thanks for watching, and of course I'll see you again very soon, somewhere on the downtown Cape of Paphos promenade and harbour